In the old part of London, there lived a man named Edward Grey. He was a retired historian, quiet, polite, and invisible to most people. But in his small apartment, there stood a massive, antique mirror that no one else had ever seen. He had bought it 20 years ago from a shop that disappeared the very next day. The shopkeeper had warned him with a strange smile. Never look at it after midnight. That's when it remembers. For years, Edward ignored the warning, until one cold October night, when loneliness pressed too heavily on his chest. He poured himself a glass of wine, sat before the mirror, and whispered, "Remember what?" The mirror flickered. His reflection blinked a second too late. Edward leaned closer. His reflection smiled him, but he hadn't. Then from deep within the glass, he heard faint whispers. 1,000 voices all calling his name, Edward, Edward. The lights in his room dimmed, though the mirror grew brighter, glowing from inside as if it were lit by another world. He tried to step back, but his reflection didn't move. Instead, it raised its hand, and from the other side of the glass, it touched the surface first. The glass rippled like water. Edward froze. His reflection leaned forward, pressing its face against the inside of the mirror, grinning wider now, impossibly wide. "You've looked long enough," it whispered. "Now it's my turn." In one heartbeat, the reflection stepped out and Edward was pulled in. The room was silent again. The lights flickered once, then steadied. The man who stood before the mirror looked exactly like Edward Grey. Same face, same eyes. He adjusted his collar, smiled faintly, and walked away. Inside the mirror, Edward screamed, but no sound came out. He could only watch as his reflection, now alive in his body, lived his life. And sometimes late at night, if you pass that apartment window in London, you can still see him. A face in the mirror banging silently from the other side, waiting for someone else to look too long.